Well, I'm here where we normally have Love Feast. The tables are empty. There are no cups. There is no bread. We're all locked down. But we'll get through this. We'll be back together. We will meet. We will have Love Feast again. We will have fellowship. But while we're doing this, while we're locked down, while we're trying to stay safely away from each other, I have some words. Hopefully they'll help lift in spirits, give us some direction during this. In John 13, verses 3 through 5, the scriptures tell us, Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power, and that he had come from God and was returning to God. So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that was wrapped around him. We're not going to be sitting around this table. Right now it's empty. I'm remembering the saints. I'm remembering all of you as I look down this table and pray that you're all doing well during all of this lockdown, stay away, social distancing. It's very difficult for me to miss a service as beautiful and as meaningful as Love Feast is. Even though we will not be physically present to be gathered here, we will be spiritually together. And that's what really counts, because this will pass. We will be back together. We will have fellowship. It is my hope, my prayer, that this Love Feast message helps all of us to remember our Savior's presence, that he still joins us at this table. Spiritually, we're still together. Spiritually, we're together with him. He is ready to share the bread and cup, just as he offered it to those present with him that night. In John 13, further down, 15 through 17, I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Very truly I tell you, no servant is greater than his master, nor is a message greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them. The foot washing portion of Love Feast always reminds us that this is not a suggestion from Christ, but an offer of blessing through servanthood. This message, and I'm taping for you, came to me back in February while reading from a devotional book entitled Keeping God in the Small Stuff by Bruce Bickle and Stan Jantz. I want to quote from that devotion book. It is the custom to wash the feet of guests who had been traveling on the dusty roads. The disciples weren't doing the job, so Jesus got busy and did the task himself. What makes this incident so ironic is that the disciples had been arguing earlier about which of them was going to be the greatest in God's kingdom. While they were worried about a title, Jesus grabbed the towel. Are we more like the disciples, concerned about being noticed or having prestige, than we are like Jesus? He grabbed the towel and set about doing the menial task that would improve the lives of those around him. Remember the example he set for us. Grab the towel. If the towel is serving food for the hungry, grab it. If the towel is running errands for a neighbor who can't get out, then grab it. If the towel is as simple as listening to one who is hurting, grab it. On his last night in his earthly body, Jesus, the Christ, did and said what was most important for us to remember and to emulate. He knew he only had a short time left, so he spent it giving us the example of servanthood. He didn't complain about what he had to face. He grabbed the towel and went to work. Remember his words in the parable of the Good Samaritan, Luke 10:36-37. Which of these three do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of the robbers? The expert in the law replied, the one who had mercy on him. Jesus told him, go and do likewise. Go, grab the towel. Grab the towel and turn to work. Amen.